Hello, my name is Ashley and welcome to our mini yin practice for today, or what I like to call a Yini. Congratulations, you made it. You've already done the most challenging part of the practice, which is showing up and making time for yourself. So really focusing on today what goodness we can bring in. We're about halfway through the semester, so whatever this time has brought for you the past couple of months, just take the next half an hour to really slow things down and welcome in some peace. I'm adding in a couple of extra elements today just to keep my spirits high. I lit a candle, and I also have an orchid that is blooming that I have managed to keep alive for over a year. So just bringing in some extra joy and comfort today as we move into a new time period. Spring is coming. So for Yin, as always, it's about speaking to you, speaking to what works in your practice. You may want to use a blanket or a pillow. Practicing on a mat or a towel is all perfectly fine. And we'll begin in our resting posture of Savasana. And if this is where you stay for the next half an hour, you are welcome to do so. This is your practice, this is your time. So just listen to the body. As we settle in, you may want to use a pillow for the head, palms face up for receiving energy, palms face down if you've had an energetic day or week and you just feel like you need to tune out some of those energetic waves. So listening into your body and tuning into the breath here. Scooching those shoulders away from the ears. They like to rise up. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Slight constriction of the throat. Hollowing out some space and creating that oceanic sound with our breath, breathing in. And exhale, pushing it out. Breathing in, really feeling the rise of the lungs. And then exhale, push it out. Three more like this. Breathe in. And out. Beginning to check in with the body. Beginning with the face. Where is there tension up here that we can just let melt? Keeping the eyes closed, gently sweep the arms up overhead. Really reaching here. Very slow, fluid movements in Yin. The goal is really to just slow it down, loosening up muscles, loosening up the mind. And then exhale, gently send the left arm down. Keep the right arm stretched and then send the right arm away from the right leg. So my right leg is going over to the right hand corner of the mat. It might even fall off a little bit. And then my right arm is very gently reaching over to the left. Very, very gentle side stretch here. Encouraging us to open up through the whole right space of the rib cage. Breathe it in. You may choose to also let the neck and head fall over to the left. Three more rounds of breath here. Inhale back through center. Release the right arm. Bring the right leg back to center. Extend the left leg out to the left-hand corner of the mat. Lifting that left arm up and over. And then you may choose to take the left arm over to the right, going a little bit deeper, opening up through the whole left side body. And then gently placing the right cheek over to the right. Making sure that these shoulders don't sneak up to the neck. Noticing a difference as you open up through the right and left side of the body. One side may carry more tension than the other. We're here for 3 more rounds of breath. Breathe it in and out. As we get a little bit deeper into the practice, the intention that I offer you today is how can you quiet the mind with the breath? Inhale, bring the head and neck back up to center. Release the left arm down. Gently rock the hips back and forth from side to side. And then keeping the left leg long, inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky. You may still choose to have the head on a pillow. If you would like some extra support for your hips, you could choose to lay on the blanket if that feels better to you. You probably needed to grab an extra blanket today. It's a little chilly here. And just very loosely hanging on to this right leg, flexing through the hamstring, beginning to open up through the thigh. Breathing it in and out. Not pulling too much, not flexing, overly flexing through the foot unless that feels good. Just moving ever so gently in this Yini, this mini Yin. 3 more rounds of breath here. Everyone's doing a wonderful job. And then slowly release. Let the leg fall, hug that knee into the chest here for one round of breath. Let the knee gently fall out to the right here, placing both hips back securely to the earth, making that connection. Breathe it in. And then exhale all together, open the mouth, let sigh it out. Slowly extend the right leg to meet the left. Reaching for that left leg, sending it up to the sky. Modifying on each side depending upon where it's comfortable to you to grab for the leg. If the knee is gently bent, that's fine. Foot is floppy. Everything right now should be as melty and loose as it possibly can be. This is our counter practice to a vinyasa, which tends to be a lot more dynamic and fast-paced. Yin is all about really stretching, moving fluidly, moving smoothly, and most importantly, moving slowly. 3 more rounds of breath here. Gently hug that left knee in. Hold here for 2 breaths. And then slowly place the left knee out to the left. Hold it here, shoulders down. Shoulder blades melting into the mat. Reconnect with the breath. Big breath in all together. And then exhale, open the mouth, let's all say it out. Inhale, slowly extend that right leg. Reaching the arms up and overhead as we did at the beginning of practice. Exhale, hugging it all in. And slowly releasing. Rolling onto the belly. Covering back up a little bit if you're getting cold, or you just need to feel that extra support and weight of a blanket. Extending the fingertips out to the edges of the mat. Inhale, lift up just slightly here. 3 rounds of breath in this counter pose of Sphinx. Opening up through the low back. And then exhale, slowly lower it all down. Make connection here. 2 breaths, breathe it in. And out. In. And out. Feel that support. Quiet the mind as we slowly bring the arms close to the rib cage. Very gently peeling ourselves up to a tabletop position. Doing some gentle cat-cows. If you are sensitive in the knees this morning or just generally having a sensitive day, then use that extra padding. Listen to the body. Breathe it in. Drop the belly. Push the heart forward. Lift the eyes up slightly, coming into a cow pose. And then exhale, tuck the chin into the chest. Really round the spine. Let's hold it here in cat pose for 3 breaths. Breathe it in. And out. In. And out. In. And out slowly. very smoothly, fluidly come back to a cow pose. Let's hold it here for 3 breaths. Breathe it in and out. Quieting the mind by finding the breath. I know it's so easy to get caught up with our thoughts and caught up with our emotions. The more we remind ourselves that the breath is the constant, the more we can begin to really help navigate what's happening up here and in here. Gently come to a neutral tabletop spine. Look just past the mat. 3 breaths here. Breathe it in. Exhale, let's open the mouth side out altogether. One more, open the mouth side out. Gently tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're not here for too long. You may also choose to stay in that tabletop position, welcoming in any movement that feels good to you. And then slowly begin to bend that right knee in over to the right wrist, bringing the left foot out. Shin may eventually become parallel with the mat. That all just depends upon your flexibility. My shin tends to be more of a diagonal, so my left heel is starting to fit in here. Right heel is starting to fit into that left hip. Left leg is extended back. Toes are pressed gently into the mat, enjoying the beauty of the orchid, the comfort of the candle, whatever you've brought into this practice today. Inhale, lift up through the heart. And then exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Using that pillow to support the head and neck if that feels good to you. You may choose to take the chin or the cheek over to the opposite side, deciding what feels good to you. If that seems to be like a little bit too much for the neck, just place the forehead down. Pigeon is already a really big hip opener, so we've worked on our hamstrings, our low back, and now we're focusing a little bit more on the hips. So imagine that this posture is helping us unpack things, so whether we've got things stored in the basement or the attic or boxes in the garage, we're starting to metaphorically unpack some of those things we've been carrying around for a while in our hip. Settling in here for 5 breaths. You may feel some things coming up for you in this posture, so just breathe through them. Come back to that idea of just quieting the mind with the breath. You've got this. Breathe it in and out. Inhale, slowly rise up. Hold here for 1 breath. You may also choose to come down to the elbows. And then open up side out through the mouth all together. Slowly begin to tuck the left toes under. Lift the left knee off the mat, right foot comes back. Just a nice transition pose of downward facing dog. Pedaling the legs out. Getting that nice stretch in. And then looking forward, gently bend the left knee over to the left. Left ankle comes over to the right. Check back, make sure that that right leg is extended. Top of the foot pressing gently into the mat. One inhale here. Exhale, open the mouth, let's all sigh it out. Quieting the mind. And then slowly lower all the way down. Maybe deciding to take that shape the opposite way. Just settling in here. Remembering that all of these postures can be held for longer periods of time. You may also choose to just break this up into even more manageable chunks for your schedule and do 5 minutes at a time, 10 minutes at a time. Any opportunity to just slow down is always welcome at any point of the day. We need that. And settle in here for 5 breaths, breathe it in. And you melt down a little bit more as we open up through the hips. Two more breaths. What can you unpack here? Inhale, slowly rise up. Opening up through the heart space. One big breath in all together. And then exhale, open the mouth side out. Tuck the toes under. Gently lift that left knee up and back. Ooh. Every side is different. Apparently today my left side needs a little bit more love than the right. Pedaling those legs out. And then slowly lowering all the way down to the mat. Placing that blanket back on top of us, feeling that support, that difference that it takes just when we bring in these comfortable items to soothe us. Inhale, extend those fingertips out, lift up into a seal. You may also choose to bring the arms in a little bit closer, doing a cobra or baby cobra. Whatever kind of back bend speaks to you, we'll take it here for 3 breaths. Breathe it in and out. In and out. In and out. Wonderful job. Slowly lower all the way down. Place the forehead on the mat. Scooch away from the wall if you're super close to it. Extend the right arm out. So my arm is coming out nice and flat. So a half T. And then gently place some gentle pressure into the left hand. Place that right cheek down on the mat or the pillow. Opening up very gently through the shoulder. You may choose to also slide the left knee out to the left. We're here for 3 breaths. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Feel that heart beating. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. Feel the support of the breath. Inhale, bring the head back to neutral. Always slide that right arm in. Gently transitioning. As you extend the left arm long, take the left cheek over to the right, cactus the right arm, slide the right knee out to the right. Left leg goes long. Three more rounds of breath here. Gently bring your chin back to neutral. Slide the left arm in. Slide the right leg back to meet the left. Inhale, lift the legs up. Gently windshield wiper back and forth from side to side. And then slowly send the legs down. Gently peel yourselves up. Always being gentle with yourselves. We aren't typically nearly as gentle or kind to ourselves as we should be or could be. Sending our hips back to the heels. Extend the arms out long. Coming into a child's pose here. Letting everything melt down. Those shoulders like to sneak up, so take them away from the ears. Three more rounds of breath here, you're doing great. Gently place the forehead on the mat or the pillow. Inhale, come forward. Coming into whatever final resting posture speaks to you. That could be a reverse savasana on your belly. Could be laying on your back, knees bent, or legs extended long, whatever works for you. And just check back in with yourself. How can you quiet the mind just a little bit more? Listening to the sound of the breath. may choose to stay here for as long as you would like, knowing that here on the mat you are safe, you are supported, and you are exactly where you are supposed to be. You listened to your body. You spent some time trying to quiet all of this and all of this. And if you are needing to move about the rest of your day, slowly rise up to a seated position. Getting settled in just a little bit more, rolling the shoulders up and back. Bringing the hands to heart center, big breath in and out. The light in me honors, respects, and appreciates the light in each and every one of you. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you, Rebels, so much for practicing with me today. It has been my great honor and joy. Again, my name is Ashley. If you would ever like to practice with me in person, I teach a Rise and Shine yoga class on Wednesdays from 6:15 to 7 a.m. and also on Thursdays a Yin class from 5:30 to 6:30. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day.